kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The play fake on first down to throw. Escapes the sack. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Spits it out to the back. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To pass. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Gonna look downfield again. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The Nittany Lions will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get them in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so...
He'll take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Pocket breaking down. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees this guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Here he comes with the return. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Lobs it off the back foot. He's got it for a big play. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to try to get it himself. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
A huge chunk. The 11.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful if you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback. It's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
He got it. Now the lead is down to 11. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Moves away as he feels pressure. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks. And you know,
look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Turning it on. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. breaking the field. Complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and
he'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. The sweet feet buy a little time. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. A great catch and run for 6.
that is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he can advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Gets it to him on the screen. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He'll pull it down. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And he made... Man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second.
Got some room and into the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to pass, it's Rivers. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he makes the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for blockers. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Buys a little time. Rolling, throwing, looking right.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. shot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
That's caught. It's Woodside. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the tight end. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. After the run, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Hums it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throwing on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurt. You speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down. There he goes. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going right and going deep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And he knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they
Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch down the right side. Out of bounds all the way down at the 33-yard line, and they were backed up, but not for long. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Rush is on him. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give out of the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 25.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
But no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jess.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Hauls it in on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. from the 38. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Here's the pressure. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pressure coming. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Missed the connection on second. Now looking at a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play.
Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20, first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. He's got it still on his feet. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
42 Spider. 42 Spider. Tuna.
The snap sets up the throw. Bring in the heat. Hit as he throws. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Freeman. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans